many times the thought process that Barcelona fans have just pisses me off, bro. Because Barcelona, as a club, has always been defined by their technical ability, technical maestros all around, man. Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, technicality, man. Just our striker is Messi. No striker, man. Fuck the striker position, man. You're putting a technical magician in there, bro. PK is tech. Our center backs are technical. Our fullbacks are technical. Our wingers are technical. Everybody's technical. We're running circles around you. The Spain team, everybody's running circles around you. That's not enough nowadays. That is not enough nowadays. And the reason why it's not enough nowadays is because of physicality. This is a new wave, okay? Physicality is the new wave. Alright? But when you push it too far, it's also like, it's not the wave now. Because Newcastle, they have extremely physical players. They are one of the most physical teams in the entire world. Look at that midfield. Disgustingly physical. The problem is Newcastle doesn't have a star player or a couple star players, a couple magicians who are just able to relieve that pressure, or a couple magicians who are just able to create a chance out of nothing. Their whole system relies on being physical, and that is not enough. The whole model nowadays in football needs to be physicality, technical ability, and physicality. It's not if you're not a big tall guy, you need to be a short magician. No, if you're not a big tall guy, you have to be a short athletic ass fucking little magician. That's what you have to be. Okay? I'm sorry, but if you transport Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets into midfield nowadays, they're getting their ass run. Now it's different if you transport them to this generation and they're able to be born and be brought up in these type of in physical environments, because then they are going to be able to adapt to the physicality. They're able to train to the physicality. Many people think people are just born non-physical, but you can train and be more physical. The thing is, if you just transport Xavi with his stats, with his physicality into today's physicality, Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets, especially Busquets, is getting his ass ran off the pitch. Absolutely ran off the pitch. And that's not no hate towards them. I'm a Barcelona fan, okay? They are my favorite midfield trio ever. They're the best midfield trio ever. But they just won't survive. That's why we have to emphasize, Barcelona as a club has to emphasize moving forward, even if, look, maybe you can have a couple technical magicians. Maybe Pedri would be an exception because he just has that star player about him. And he's the most technical person in the fucking planet in the midfield. But when you have a Pedri, you have to have a physical beast right beside him. You have to have multiple players who are extremely fucking physical. Which is why one of my critiques about Parkour Barsi, for example, is that he needs to just get in that fucking gym more. A critique about almost a lot of players in the Barcelona squad, is that you just have to be more fucking physical, get in that gym. People are gonna say it's not possible. It's possible. It's possible. People train for this shit all the time. Physicality is one of those things where, if you're a slow player, you might not be able to turn into the fastest player in the world, but if you train right, you're going to be a faster player. 100%. That is what Barcelona has to emphasize. And if we don't have any players who can physically be that world-class level, which we need, then you have to go buy it, or you have to scout for them in the youth academies. But then you see reports coming out oh my god, Alvarez to Barcelona. Barcelona considering Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez shouldn't even be a fucking name on the team. Should not be even a fucking name. We need physicality. We need a fucking Holland up there, bro. We need something that is physical up there. We do not need an Erling. We do not need a Julian Alvarez, bro. If you do have a Julian Alvarez, who the fuck is heading the ball? Nobody's heading the ball. And you might say, Barcelona already don't head the ball. But guess what? Having that option will make us so much fucking better. And then if Julian, is a striker, then we're just gonna have to fucking press for our lives even more than we already do. And we're seeing how that is burning out our players. It's just not a recipe that works. It's not a recipe that works, bro. And I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say now, bro. Because Barcelona fans, they're so diluted, bro. Not necessarily Barcelona fans, but a ton of these Spanish fans mostly, bro. I'm not Spanish, bro. I'm from the U.S. You know, I'm Hispanic, but I'm not Spanish. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just able to see as a third party. You know, I guess over there in Spain and Catalonia, they're still like obsessed with that technical shit. No, bro. Let that shit go, man. We need monsters, bro. We need to train our team to be fucking monsters, demons, bro. But for some reason we're scouting Julian Alvarez, bro. We're gonna have to develop Julian Alvarez being this extremely physical fucking guy, bro, which he just cannot do. He doesn't have the height for it. Like I don't think he's like necessarily like extremely strong. Like he's a technical wizard. Like don't get me wrong, he's a technical fucking wizard, but he's not enough at the striker position for Barcelona, bro. And I'm just done with this shit, man. I'm done with trying to be this extremely technical team, bro. We need to be both. Okay, we need to be both. That's the video for today, y'all. Technicality is the most overrated thing in football nowadays. Unless you're a literal generational talent, like Pedri is pretty athletic for it. Like an example, Pedri, it is pretty athletic. You know, he's not no slouch. But man, is he fucking technical. He's one of the most technical midfielders I have ever seen. If you're some mid-level technicality, if you even world-class level technicality, if you don't have that legend status technicality, you also have to be a physical fucking demon. I hope y'all boys have a good one.